Enterprises face the challenge of providing access to IT resources in the cloud, on-premise, or in hybrid environments for large numbers of users, including employees working remotely, as well as partners and vendors across the globe. In modern IT infrastructures, information about users and authorizations is therefore managed centrally via Identity and Access Management, in short, IAM. They allow your organization to extend access rights to your network across a variety of on-premise apps, mobile apps, and SaaS tools, without compromising IT security. Among others, IAM solutions enable users' access to be changed at short notice, if and when required, for example, during on- and off-boarding, as well as allowing security policies such as multi-factor authentication to be enforced. In addition, these services can also be used to conveniently integrate single sign-on requirements into a K4 environment. By integrating K4 with OpenID Connect, organizations can deploy their custom IAM solution, for example, Amazon Cognito, Okta, or Azure AD, and meet internal and external compliance policies. Let me show you how easy it is to use IAM with K4. As a K4 admin, I manage all server and publication settings. To set up OpenID Connect, or OIDC for short, I select the Security section to configure the integration. After I've entered all the required information, I test whether the connection has been set up successfully. Since integration with OIDC requires directory services for user management, I'm going to quickly check to see if the service has already been set up appropriately. Here, Okta is set up as both an IAM and a directory services. Now, I want to quickly check to make sure that the appropriate users were created. And yeah, everything fits. The users that are managed via directory services are easily identifiable by their blue color. So what does this look like in everyday life? Let's start with the browser-based K4 overview. To log in here as a layout designer, I'm redirected from K4 directly to the login of the IAM. Here we use Okta. As usual, I'm going to enter my username, which is my email, and password, and now I'm authenticated by the central IAM. And voila! I immediately get access to my publication in K4 overview. If I now want to edit a specific layout in Adobe InDesign, I also open it as usual by just double-clicking. This way, the authentication to the IAM is immediate and automatic. My desired InDesign layout then opens without a new login. For added security, multi-factor authentication can be activated in the IAM, for example. In this case, an additional passcode is generated via an app. Once again, I'm redirected to the IAM when I log into K4 Overview for the first time, and I enter my credentials. In a further step, however, I'm now prompted to enter the temporary valid passcode from the app. Access is granted, and I can see all my layouts. Again, I want to edit a specific layout. So I'm going to double-click on the desired layout, and again, the authentication to the IAM happens in the background, so my layout opens without me having to re-enter my credentials. Wow, it is that quick and easy to set up in K4, and makes access across all clients not only easier, but so much more secure. So let's recap. Among the benefits of using the integration of K4 and OpenID Connect, user experience improves for every K4 user, decreases the workload for IT managers, different IAM solutions can be flexibly connected, various authentication methods can be used, for example, authenticator apps, SMS, as well as email authentication or FIDO, and it makes fulfilling internal and external compliance policies a no-brainer. Do you want to know more? Visit us at vjoon.com.